Men always assume this, and I, for the life of me, do not understand. Anytime my friend and I invite guys to come to our singles events, they always assume that it's going to be 80% majority men.
To be honest, when I first heard about this whole singles event thing back in the day, or saw it played out in the movies, I always thought there'd be a lot of men in attendance too. I guess I kind of thought these things would operate like a nightclub, with just a bunch of dudes turning up so they can get themselves a hookup. When I grew up though, and got to experience dating as an everyday guy, my views changed, and I couldn't see myself going to a singles event unless I was super desperate and didn't have any other options. That's when I started to think that these would be the types of men who turn up to things like this. And there were people in the comments who agreed with this, but we'll get into that later.
Like, they'll be like, oh, like, I think it's gonna be a sausage fest. Like, I think I speak for most guys when I say, like, we're not gonna come because it's all gonna be other guys. That's not the case, ever. Like, I've gone to multiple singles events. I'm hosting singles events now myself. In every situation, it's majority women. And they're all really cool, fun, attractive women. In New York, women here, in my personal experience, they are very willing to sign up for events.
Yeah, because why would guys want to go to a singles event just to get rejected over and over again? As I said before, it's not going to be the most desired men who are going to stuff like this because they don't have a need to. I'm sure that people do match successfully at these things, but I wonder how much higher the success rate is when compared to something like a dating app. I've heard women talk before about how the men who show up to singles events aren't what they're looking for. I mean, in this clip, she even said how the women at these events are cool, fun, and attractive. And if that's true, how available are they going to be to the type of men who attend these events? There's a big difference between perceived opportunity and actual opportunity when it comes to singles events and dating apps. Just because there are a lot of women in a particular place, that's probably not going to be enough to sway the mind of a guy who's risk-averse.
They're willing to put in effort to make connections with people, both platonic and romantic. And I have found it not to be the case for men. So I don't know where that perception's coming from. If anyone has any idea, what is that barrier? The reason that we're reaching out to these men is because it's harder to get men to sign up for these events. And yet when we ask them to sign up, they say they don't want to sign up because they think it will all be men. And it's like, no, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because there is no men. Like, what is it? I don't understand.
When women show up to these singles events, I suspect that there's not as much pressure on them when compared to men. Though I've never been to something like this before, I doubt it works any different to any other scenario in which men and women occupy the same space. I suspect when it comes to these singles events, men think about things like how many times they're going to be rejected, the cost of the whole thing, and if it'll even be worth their time. And even if they do go, will anyone even notice that they're there? The women at these events probably don't mind just hanging out and meeting other women, maybe even making new friends. But when it comes to guys, if they're going to something like this, their main focus is going to be around the end goal. And if it doesn't seem like they're likely to be successful, they're unlikely to turn up. Being in a room full of women means nothing if none of them have a romantic interest in you, at least in the context of a dating event.
You're a single guy in New York. What would entice you to come to a singles event? My friend and I are hosting singles events now, trying to help single people in New York get off the dating apps because dating apps suck and to actually take their own dating lives into their own hands. How would you market this event to get your guy friends to want to come, to get guys in general to want to come? We do have a solid base of people, but just in terms of our growth, trying to understand what is most compelling to guys when it comes to these types of events. The way that we're structuring ours, it's very low key. There's no matchmaking, no speed dating, no pressure, no setup or anything.
Ultimately, what the majority of men will want from a singles event is a high chance of results. They don't want more women in their life who want to be friends, and they sure as hell don't want to be a fly on the wall. The thing is though, women can't force themselves to like someone, so the guarantee of results isn't something you can promise. If I was to consider going to an event like this, maybe I'd be more interested if there was actually something to do outside of the matchmaking aspect. So perhaps making it a whole experience would work out better. So for instance, what if instead of just standing around and talking in an empty room, you do something like a murder mystery evening? And while that's going on, the host can encourage people to make connections and create memories at the same time.
It's very casual and open format so that people can just come in, have conversations with people. We do have conversation starter cards to try to break the ice a little bit. But other than that, it's very free flowing so that people can just like have conversations and feel confident going up to someone that they think is attractive at this event without any like pressure. So if you're a guy, like what would be enticing, like the way that we like talk about it? Do you want to hear like success stories? Because we do have people, including myself, who has gone on dates from these events. Do you want more like footage from the actual event? Do you want to hear from people who have gone and liked it? Do you want other perks to come with a ticket and then like pay a little bit more for the ticket? Does the venue matter? We've generally been hosting them on like Friday nights. Does that really make a difference if you want to come or not? Just would love some insight into how we get like men in particular to come, because the girlies have no problem. All the hot, successful, cool, smart girls, they're all signing up and like we have them in droves. So if you're a single guy in New York, let us know your thoughts. And if you do want to come, we are hosting our second event on Friday, March 28th. And I have info about that in my bio.
Conversation cards sound absolutely dead to me. But you know, maybe people not really having anything to talk about is a massive drawback for guys wanting to go to a singles event. I mean, think about it. If a guy's already nervous and has to keep up a conversation with a woman he doesn't know or has any shared history with, they're probably gonna find it hard. But if you use my idea with the whole murder mystery thing, it gives everyone something to focus on. And from there, maybe it'll be easier for natural conversations to start flowing. Footage from the event is the last thing I'd want if I was a guy going to something like this. With my ego, I wouldn't want anyone to know I was there. But hey, that's just me. And before we get on to some of these comments, I wonder if her talking about how amazing, successful, and desirable the women are who attend these events is causing men to just self-exclude because they don't think they have a shot to begin with.
The type of men that need a singles event are not the type of men that women want to show up to a singles event.
Because the average guy's experience with online dating is terrible. Why would they think an in-person event would be any different?
I saw a TikTok video about a woman who went to a singles event and made fun of the men who were there because of how they looked. She was literally in the same league as them.
We had singles meet in LA, 300 girls to 200 guys. Issue was, women only wanted to talk to 10% of men. The next one, 300 plus girls to 50 men. And the third one, 300 plus girls to 20 plus men. So we stopped in 2024.
I'm not paying you money for me to get rejected. Most women who go to those events don't want the men who go to those events. Men realized it and stopped going.
So many of the comments on these videos read like this. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.